Hello everybody. So in the last session we have discussed the anatomy of right coronary artery. In this session we are going to discuss about the course and the distribution of left coronary artery. If you haven't seen the previous video yet, I am giving the card here. You can go and watch it from here. And let's start today's session. First, the course of left coronary artery. As we have discussed in the previous part, the left coronary artery arises from the left posterior aortic sinus, and here it is called as left main coronary artery, or in short LMCA. So left main coronary artery, which is in short called LMCA. So LMCA arises from left posterior aortic sinus. This is the aortic sinus in black dotted line. From the left posterior aortic sinus, left coronary artery arises as left main coronary artery, and after a very short course, LMCA has a very short course between left atrial appendage and pulmonary trunk, and after the short course, it usually bifurcates into left anterior descending artery or left interventricular artery and left circumflex artery. So left anterior descending artery is in short is written as LAD, and circumflex branch is written as LCX in short. So in rare cases, LMCA trifurcates and an intermediate branch occurs between LAD and LCX. This is LAD and this is LCX. An intermediate branch in rare case occurs which supplies the obtuse margin, that is the left margin of the heart. Next we will see the course of first left anterior descending artery or left interventricular artery. So LAD runs within the anterior interventricular groove. It descends through the anterior interventricular groove, that is the groove between right ventricle and the left ventricle anteriorly. So it runs within the anterior interventricular groove and towards the apex, where it usually curves onto the diaphragmatic surface. And this is the course of LAD, and this is the left circumflex branch. So left circumflex branch runs through the left anterior AV groove, that is the groove between left atrium and left ventricle anteriorly. So it is running through the left anterior AV groove and curves backward to its back surface. This is the posterior view of heart. So this is the left circumflex branch, just curved backward and runs in a relation with mitral orifice, that is there is mitral valve between left atrium and left ventricle. So in the left anterior or left AV groove, it represents the attachments of mitral valve interiorly. So exteriorly, the left circumflex branch runs in relation with mitral orifice, and it terminates by anastomosing with the terminal branch of right coronary artery, and the anastomosis occurs a little left to the crux of heart. Next, we will see its branches. Let's see the branches of left coronary artery. So the first LMCA was dividing in two branches, LAD and LCX. LMCA usually does not have any other small branches. It divides into LAD and LCX after a very short course. So next, branches of left anterior descending artery and left circumflex artery. The branches of left anterior descending arteries are diagonal branches or anterior ventricular branches. They are usually 1 to 3 in numbers. We represent them. They are represented as D1 to D3. This is D1, D2. These are the diagonal branches. The number of branches are up to 3, 1 to 3, which are denoted as D1, D2 and D3. Next branches are septal branches that passes inferiorly into the interventricular septum, which supplies the anterior one third of interventricular septum. And next is the left conus artery, which forms an arterial ring around the pulmonary trunk. So in case of right coronary artery, we have discussed that right coronary artery, the first branch of right coronary artery was also the right conus artery, which was forming another arterial ring around pulmonary trunk. So both these rings together are called annulus of quiescence. We have discussed it in the previous video also. Next are the branches of left circumflex artery. First are the atrial branches, that is the small left atrial ramin. Ramin means branches which are supplying left atrium. They are usually in groups, anterior, posterior and lateral groups. Next are the obtuse marginal arteries. Obtuse marginal arteries or left marginal artery. They are also usually in 1 to 3 numbers, which are denoted as OM1, OM2 and OM3. This is the obtuse marginal artery at the left margin, which is denoted as OM or obtuse marginal artery. And occasionally sinus nodal artery can also arise from left coronary artery, left circumflex branch of left coronary artery. We have seen that usually the sinus nodal artery, the major part of cardiac conduction system, not only the sinus node but also the AV node and the all other parts, maximum parts of cardiac conduction system was supplied by the right coronary artery. In some cases, sinus nodal artery arises from the left circumflex artery. Next is the area of distribution, that is the area that left coronary artery is supplying. So the first is the left atrium, next the greater part of left ventricle except the area adjoining posterior interventricular groove, small part of right ventricle adjoining the anterior interventricular groove, anterior 2/3 of interventricular septum, posterior 1/3 was supplied by RCA and anterior to 2/3 is supplied by LCA, that is left coronary artery. And the only part, a small part of left bundle of atrioventricular, left branch of atrioventricular bundle, a small part of cardiac conduction system. This part is only usually supplied by the left coronary artery. So next we will see the dominance of coronary arteries or cardiac dominance. So the last thing about coronary circulation, that is the cardiac dominance. Dominance usually depends on the origin of PDA, from which artery PDA is originating. In most of the cases, RCA, that is right coronary artery, gives off PDA. Such cases are called right dominance. In previous video we have seen that in the posterior surface, right coronary artery takes a sharp U-turn and gives off PDA, and left circumflex artery ends near a little left to the crux of heart by anastomosing with the terminal part of right coronary artery, which is called right dominant artery, because in that case right coronary artery was giving off the PDA. In this case, see this picture number B. This dotted line represents the course of right coronary artery. So this is the case of right dominance. In 10 to 15% of heart, PDA, that is posterior descending artery, arises from left circumflex branch, which is shown in picture number C. This is the posterior descending artery. This is the LCX branch. This is the LCX branch which is curving at the left margin. This is the LCX branch from where the PDA has originated. In these cases, it is said that the heart is left dominant. Left dominance usually more frequently seen in males than female. So this is all about the anatomy of coronary artery. I hope that it was helpful for you. So if you find it interesting and like it, then please share your comments and please do subscribe for more contents in future. So I am ending this session here. So goodbye, thank you and stay happy.